Jelani.
It's Kamiko.
It's Nikki.
And it's Marcia. And welcome back
Hey,
to
y'all.
the LoveChat podcast season 3. Oh my God, y'all, we're in season 3.
I know, right?
So we're
There
back.
were no air horns. And
We're back.
Kamiko
Y'all
always
can stop
has
asking
Kamiko,
when we're
yes.
back. Burr, 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 burr.
We're back. We're back. And we're black, y'all. And we're back. And we're here to discuss our love of all things like
The love of the seasons changing.
The love of crew love.
The love of black TV shows.
and the love of pumpkin spice. It's
Girl,
that time of
nobody
year.
like that. Nobody
Don't
like
know.
that.
Girl,
Nobody.
don't do that. Don't do that. Don't.
Nobody.
But before we get
We
into
don't.
that, I beg to
We
differ.
love
A
it.
lot of us do.
Y'all
But
pretend.
before we get into all of that, we're here to discuss one of my favorite portions of our podcast. And I'm so sad that we can't be together and do it
I
anymore.
know, because it's good.
But
All
it's
right.
that time. Cocktail of the week.
That was
Cocktail
terrible.
of the week.
Oh my God. We went from no air horns
Sad
to air horn for
cocktail.
everything.
Yeah.
Oh my
Everything,
goodness.
all day, every day.
Okay. So we already posted our cocktail of the week to our social media platforms. And hopefully you're enjoying a cocktail or two along with us and drinking responsibly in this COVID.
I know.
Kamiko.
Yes.
What is our cocktail of the week?
Well, I came upon this drink. It's called a French tart. But y'all know me, I'm gonna always make it a spritzer when I can. So
A
you
little
can do it
bubbly
with
in
or
it.
without the bubbly. But it's grapefruit, it's Saint Germain. You can use gin or vodka. I used vodka. Bitters, simple syrup, a little bit of rosemary. If you're trying to cut calories, go with the seltzer water. If not, go for the champagne or the sparkling white. So here's my drink, y'all. And shout out to that. You can't even see it. Aw.
No,
There
Oh,
you
there
go.
it is. This is shout out to Lady 8. All of us have these because we turned 40 this year, so we are vintage 1980 babies. Yay!
Aww.
Baby.
So yeah, it's a nice kind of refreshing drink. I like it.
Cheers to my water.
Oh, clearly Canadian. I need to re-up.
Cheers.
The rest of y'all drinking water.
Lemonade.
I'm drinking water.
You
You
drinking
can't even
lemonade,
see it.
Marcia?
Pink lemonade. You can't see it.
Mhm,
But
I
yeah.
see it. There you go.
Crazy.
You drinking anything, Jelani? Water? What is
Alcohol.
that?
What is it?
Celery.
Oh, the celery.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
Stella always
I
on
still
deck.
never have tried that.
What, the pineapple or in the can?
In the can.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
They're nice to travel with, for sure. I mean, you know.
Mm.
All
Yeah,
right,
I've
y'all.
I left Stella Rosa alone. I'm just like, this too much sugar for not enough alcohol.
There's that, but I still like it. And sometimes, like, so even with this drink, I've added it to like this drink because
Yeah, because you know you know me, I pour a little vodka in my Stella Rosa, so there's that.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, like this has the vodka and everything in it, and I use seltzer water. I use Perrier today, but yeah, if I wanted some wine, I
Delaney, your facial expressions are everything right now. I just want you to know we are on YouTube.
Lord.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just
Program.
Mhm. She over here working
Exactly.
like while we're recording.
it's a crisis. It's a little bit of a crisis.
We are gonna move on into our next segment. Y'all, we just kind of all over the place. It just is what it is, right?
Well, we're back and we haven't
We
done
are,
this in
and this is
months,
real.
So it's like, hey.
Right.
Yeah,
People
it
know
is
we out
what
here
it
trying
is.
to make the shmoney. Like Cardi B says.
I am not
Much
mad
money.
at all. All right. So we're going to get to our crushing segment. Jelani, what are you crushing on, dear?
I am crushing on several things. So, one, y'all know, obviously with COVID, we're not really going anywhere. So I've been enjoying spending time at home. But I've also been spending time redecorating my house. So
Mm.
changing up my color palettes in my living room and making my office space more like an office space and thinking about repainting the whole house and redoing the colors in my bedroom. So that's what I've been doing a lot of. And also kind of creating a real like outdoor space for myself, even though it is cool now. But I have to
Yeah.
tell y'all, thank you publicly to Nikki, who went on a mini, what I'm going to call road trip with me.
Not a road
Uh,
trip.
Y'all went to another state, basically.
thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
She rolled her eyes.
Yeah.
So for everybody else, I've been wanting this egg chair. They were all over the internet. I really, really wanted one. I called Nikki up and asked her if she was willing to ride with me to Dothan, Alabama on a whim. And we drove down to get my egg chair. And so I have it. And
That
I'm really
barely fit
excited.
in the car.
Right.
No, it fit. We had to take it out the
Yeah,
box.
I had to take it out the box, right.
We had to
So
take it
you
out the
should have
box, but
called
it
me.
fit.
I would have let you use my truck and then been like, get me one too.
See, because
See?
I was trying to get her to get two, but
Always a motivation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
I
really thinking
wanted
about
one.
getting
I wanted
two,
another
but we were
one.
trying
Ooh,
to figure out like how we would put it on the top of the car at the time, and it just
Lord have
wouldn't work
mercy.
because I had to rent a car to go get it. That's a whole nother story.
Oh,
So
okay.
my
I
egg
did not
chair,
know that part.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
it's
mean,
didn't
what
either.
house was I gonna put it in?
I thought it was
I
your
mean,
car. Okay.
no, it won't
Yeah,
fit.
I was
It's
like,
too
if you
big.
were renting a car, why you could have got a bigger one? I don't know. Okay,
So when I went to rent the car, I wasn't
they
thinking about
didn't
the
have.
possibility. No, I wasn't thinking about the possibility of getting two. So my choices were this SUV or a van, and I was like, well, I'll just drive this SUV. And then when I got down there, I was like, I should have got the van because then I could lay all the seats
Mm.
down and put all the
Right,
chairs.
right. Yeah.
So
could have
yeah,
got
The
a chair.
SUV wouldn't let you put the seats down.
but the chair is so because the frame of the chair is so large. It's only two parts, well, three parts. The base, which is the legs, the middle part, which
Right.
is the chair, and then the top part, which is kind of like the halo part.
So
Uh-huh.
where's it
That
at
big
now? Do you
part.
have it outside?
No, now it's on the inside in the corner of my living room.
Lord.
I see that chair everywhere now, and all these people are just like it's inside their living rooms or loft areas and stuff. So I was like,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, Jelani, you can always, I know it's getting cooler now, but you should get either like a fire pit or like an outdoor heater or
Yeah.
something because I plan on being outside still.
Exactly.
That's
Because
right.
if people are going to come over, they can't come in the house. So,
Exactly. Yeah. So that, and then I have seriously been purging my clothes.
that's good.
The next
Because
time
I
I decide to
haven't.
purge my clothes, I'm gonna,
So we do have to
mystery
remind
grab bags.
Jelani on our crushing segments, you're supposed to be crushing on one thing.
Talk
Well,
about
it's
she
been
giving
a long time. It's
She
been a
giving the
long
whole
time since
summer
we talked to the
crush.
people.
I feel you.
That's right.
It's the summertime. We got a lot to
Thank
bring
you,
back.
Kamiko.
I feel you.
Right. And we didn't even talk about my boo Idris because y'all thought I forgot, but I didn't. But anyway,
What
yeah.
did we forget
What
about
about
Idris?
him?
I'm talking about the people. They probably thought I forgot about my boo Idris, but I didn't.
Oh Lord.
Oh, okay. Now we know you ain't forgot
Uh,
about Idris, girl. Look, you finished, so you gonna purge. That's
Are
it.
you done? Are you finished?
Like Birdman, put some respect on my name.
That is.
I'm
That
good.
is.
I'm Gucci.
Okay. Well, I am crushing on my 40th birthday came during COVID. And
Quarantine birthdays.
quarantine birthday. Shout out to the
All had our
fam, the
quarantine
friends.
birthday.
You did have a quarantine birthday.
No, I said
too.
we all have.
Yeah,
At
it
this
started
point.
with
We
me.
sure are. Yeah,
Yeah.
Nikki.
Gonna
Yeah.
that long. I didn't think it was.
Yeah,
gonna
nobody.
Mhm.
Well, I don't say I didn't think it was gonna last that long, but yeah, it kind of popped up on Nikki before because we were supposed to be going to dinner like in a week for your birthday, and
Right.
then everything just kind of went to hell. But yeah. So what I'm crushing on is like these Zoom parties that everybody's been having for their birthday. Like shout out to amazing paint parties. My friend Kisa introduced us to it. We did her birthday party,
Yes.
Delaney's birthday party.
Right.
She'll use them for a retreat. It's just
Mhm.
they look. My family is like they have been bombed. They're out of Montgomery, Alabama, and they have just done some amazing stuff. Well, I don't know if I can show y'all this. We'll post it. How about
Mine's over there. Yeah.
that? We'll just post some pictures of our pictures. But we had a good time painting, and we've done a few game nights. I did a wine/cocktail tasting. For my birthday, we had a cooking class, which is super fun.
Another did that too.
Really? Just a cooking class. Yeah, we did one for
virtual.
We did a group cooking class, and then we had karaoke last week, which was so much fun.
Oh my God, karaoke.
I'm gonna have to show you the platform. So basically, it's like this platform. We were all on Zoom. We had to send in the songs that we wanted to our host ahead of time, and she put all the songs on deck. And basically, we did it on Zoom. You had to share your screen because basically it linked into YouTube. So it linked into let's just say, name a song. Beyonce. Week by SWV. We actually did that.
Is one that I was gonna say. That's one of my go-to.
Right.
That's a go-to karaoke.
That's a good one.
Tyrone.
That's a good one. So basically, it would link you into YouTube Week with the lyrics, like a karaoke version of it. It just pulls it up for you, and so it shares it on the screen, and you sing it or whatever. We were singing background. It sounds crazy, but it was so much fun.
Yeah.
And we're doing a murder mystery this weekend, so that should be fun. So we've been super creative and trying to like get together and do things. Shout out to Lady 8 and the fam. We had a couples therapy night one night. This wasn't Lady 8. This was Monday Night Football crew. Who they hanging out? I'm recording. They hanging out at the fire pit outside watching Monday Night Football. But yeah, so I've had I mean, that's been one of really cool.
You have people at your house now?
No, they're not at my house. They're at another friend's house. But yeah, we were I was like, I ain't going out there to watch these Falcons. That's a whole nother story though.
You know, my husband's upstairs and I was just like, Jamal, I'm recording, so don't yell. Then I was like, oh wait, never mind. You won't have nothing to yell about.
I mean, except for, I
saw this meme that said,
but I'm still a ride or die. We need to get rid of Dan Quinn, but it is what it is.
I saw this meme this morning that said, we're going into the last 2 months of 2020. Let's hope we're playing the Falcons. That was hilarious.
I kind of wish the Falcons would get COVID, truth be told, like some of them other teams. Sit down for a minute.
You gonna wish COVID on them though?
Oh my gosh. Y'all are...
There was one team that had to shut down. I was just like, they should just put it out there. The team got COVID. We can't play the rest of the season.
Yeah, I'm not going to put that on them. But what I will say is, I don't know what's going to happen tonight, but I don't know if y'all remember the year that the Falcons went to the Super Bowl. They were like 0-3 at the beginning of the season. So I'm just saying, you never know.
Oh, we know. We have too many injuries right now.
Y'all know I ain't been fooling with them since Kaepernick. Falcons were like all the ATL teams will always be my team, but I'm not watching this mess. And my BP has been wonderful. Just saying.
The ATL teams, did y'all see the Hawks jersey with the MLK edition? Yeah. I thought those were pretty dope. Yeah, they're doing what is it called? Their 30th anniversary or something like that? Or no. Anyway, I'll have to send it to y'all in the group chat. But
send it to me because that might be a Christmas present to somebody.
Yeah,
they're doing like a tribute, and it's got like MLK on the jersey. You can get tickets to a game, all kinds of stuff. But it's pretty.
Yeah, they're trying to do everything to get people to do. I mean, you can go to the games virtually though. That's another thing too. Like, so a couple of my friends, I haven't done it yet, have done like gone to the View virtually, like been in their virtual audience, and you can do the same thing for the NBA. It's something to do if you ain't doing nothing, Shout out to the Braves too, because they're the only ones we can rely on. And I love their new
Atlanta United
this year.
Atlanta United is straight too.
Yeah.
Jamal said they were trash this year. I don't watch them, but he said they were trash.
Well, no. What I'm saying, as a team, they have done pretty well, and they're a fairly new team. Right. The Braves are the only one that we have been consistently able to count on for the last 30, 40 years. I'm just saying.
Yeah, they come and go. They ain't always.
Yeah, but the Falcons have never won a Super Bowl ring ever, and neither have the Hawks ever.
So Braves have won the World Series.
The Braves have won the World Series. So I'm just saying, I was here when they won it. They have nobody's gonna be
All right,
perfect all the
who's
time.
next?
But
Me?
we
Who's next?
we got the Braves. So shout out to all our Atlanta teams.
Yes. We do have the Braves.
Quit trying to rush us through this episode. We're just
rushing.
coming back, Marcia.
Well, I'm trying to see what Nikki crushing on, Kamiko. Why you bashing
We'll
my
get there.
Falcons?
We'll get there eventually.
They'll be all right. We'll get there. All right, Nikki.
Are you done, Kamiko? Do you feel finished?
I think I am finished and done.
Okay. Well, I am crushing on outdoor activities. Who would have ever thought I would say that, because I don't like to sweat. However, there, there's nothing to do. Okay. So, been on some hikes. Ooh, that was a struggle. Inclines are not my friend. But horseback riding is.
Hey.
I want a horse.
Oh, so you enjoyed it that
want
much?
to purchase a horse? Okay.
I want somebody to take care. I needed to be in a stable that somebody takes
right.
Like, so that O'Brien, I always see her going to the stable.
Nikki wants somebody else to buy the horse for her and to take care of the horse, and she just wants to show up when she wants to ride the horse.
Girl, you want to rent a horse?
I would rent a horse for real. If they had a rental or a lease program.
I don't know that you want to buy one, because that means when you go, you got to still pay for all that food. You got to pay for all of your lodging. Like, you just want to go ride the same horse.
I know my pastor owns horses. He always calls himself the Black Cowboy.
Yeah, I know people that own horses in Rome. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because we did that one event up in Rome.
At Gail Ville's house. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just said her whole name. Hopefully she don't care.
I know, right? Right. You can come right on down here to Camp Creek Parkway off of Butner and come ride some horses. You'll see the black cowboys and cowgirls riding up and down. You ain't got to go that far. Right here. It's plenty of them.
I was in I was like, yeah, I'm a country girl. So.
Because Nikki went riding the horses in her J's.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Well, we know you was out there looking like a whole equestrian. How do you say it?
Equestrian.
Equestrian. Whatever.
Equestrian. What I said? I don't know. I was like, is she saying pescatarian? I don't know.
But yes, Jelani, you look.
We know your
I don't know how good you rode, but you looked the part.
Maybe I had the whole outfit down.
Too much. She had that scarf on.
First of all,
did she have on a hat?
Yes, she had a hat.
I had my neckerchief.
She was
100 degrees.
She was mixing different kinds of types of things. That wasn't like cowboy horseback riding gear, really. It was more.
It was like an urban cowgirl.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, urban. Yeah.
Yeah. And I would just like to report that one of my friends went horseback riding yesterday, and what did she have on? A look like mine.
Okay.
I just thought she was trying to be Cher from what was that show? Clueless.
Oh, no.
Hilarious.
Scarf, my hat.
And what was her friend?
My leggings.
I don't know. Cher.
But what was her friend name? The black one.
Who?
That Stacey Dash played.
Yeah. I didn't want to say her name, but
I didn't either. Right.
It's at the tip of my tongue.
Something. It started with a D, I think. Dominique.
Dion.
Dion. Nope, that's it. Yep.
Yeah. So that's why I thought Jelani was for Clueless, Dion, and Cher look.
Lord.
But yeah, I had fun. I really would like to go back horseback riding again, and hopefully build up to like being a good hiker.
Yeah, cool. At least outdoor activities, at least that's healthy for you. Just getting your heart going and get some fresh air.
Exactly.
Get out this COVID air.
I told her she needs to buy a bike so we can ride our bikes.
That would be fun.
My bike got stolen, so I gotta find a new.
Oh.
I have it on a bike, a bike lock.
You have a bike, Julie?
I bought a bike.
Okay. All right, y'all ready to go? All right.
Are you finished?
Are you
Nikki,
ready?
let me make sure. I don't want to rush anyone.
Even though I'm long-winded in writing, I'm not gonna talk that long.
Right. I am crushing on being an empty nester. sister.
Oh
My
yeah.
baby girl is gone. She's gone off to college. Shout out to her HBCU. And yeah, I'm loving it. Everybody's like, "Oh, you're gonna cry. You're gonna miss her." Yeah, no, I'm loving it.
I am so shocked that did not
I
happen.
thought she was
Look,
gonna
she
be
only
sad.
gonna be gone for a couple of months. She'll be back by Thanksgiving.
I know, and I'm gonna be like, "Oh, when are you going back?" But no,
Right.
it hits
I
me.
did think Marcia would be the emotional, like,
I thought she was gonna be way
I
more
definitely
emotional.
didn't. Really? I definitely didn't.
You thought I was gonna be what, Nikki?
I thought you were gonna be way more emotional.
Oh no.
Mm-mm.
I did. I really,
No. Jordan was about because it came, with the COVID and everything, and we had all been in this house together, and it was just getting to the point where it was like she's a teenager and wanting to go, and I'm like, girl, I got an autoimmune disease. You can't be out in these streets like this. And so then it was just like, okay, yeah, you go live your corona-filled life, and I'm gonna need you to get that test before you come home. And yeah. I mean, her birthday, I will say, it did choke us all up a little bit because she was there. She wasn't here on her birthday. And then we all called like a big Zoom call, and my dad and everybody. And I think somebody was like, "Do you miss home?" And then she started getting a little emotional. But Jordan's so silly. So, she quickly spent it, and she was like, "Tear, get back up there, get back up there." Then she rips her eyelashes off. So everybody's laughing. My child is a fool. But yeah, Jamal and I will say we are enjoying our nice, quiet home.
Lord, y'all wilding, huh? Wow.
It's been wonderful.
You're having fun.
But yeah, she'll be back
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah.
Real soon.
Look, because the kids, they're not staying, they don't go back after Thanksgiving. Everybody's back after Thanksgiving until the new year, I guess.
Yep.
Unless we go on lockdown again.
So that's gonna be a
All
whole
right.
nother issue.
I know, right? Think about how that testing is gonna go too. Are they testing on campus? Okay. So
She's
good.
had
Easy
one
enough.
already. She had to take one because she's running track. So the track team had to take a test or whatever. But they're letting the kids test whenever they want to.
That's good. That's good. Okay. Are you done?
I am.
All right. Well, ladies, we're getting into our next segment, which we lovingly call our love letter segment. But we're going to do something a little different this week, which we're calling like a little lovely check-in. So we just want to see how you're doing. Are you doing some self-care, some kind of mental health check-in? How have you been this summer? I guess, Jelani, let's go back to you. How's it going?
I've been having trouble sleeping lately. So I find myself, like the other night I was up like straight till 5:30 in the morning, like it was a job. So either I have trouble falling asleep or I have trouble staying asleep. One of the two. So I'm not really sure what that's all about. But I've noticed that that's probably been in the last 2.5 to 3 weeks that started. I'm not really sure what it is. Like I've tried.
Jamal's been going through that. Now that you mention
a lot
it,
of people have,
and it's only been this last like month. It started with Jazzy coming and waking. Shit, I guess Jazzy going through it. She would come to our door at like 4 or 5 in the morning to go out, and so he couldn't get back to sleep. I'd be knocked out. He couldn't get back to sleep. But now that you say that, now he's like he can't stay asleep for some reason. He's waking up at like 5 in the morning.
I started using my weighted blanket again because I haven't been using it, but I haven't been able to sleep well. So it has helped me a lot. So I was gonna say,
I thought about you last night.
Where's your weighted blanket? Because it's been helping me. Because
I don't have one, but last night I woke up and my mind. Sometimes I'll go. I get anxiety, and my mind started racing. And when it starts racing, I'm thinking about 50 million things. I can't get back to sleep, and I never sleep with the big heavy blanket, but I pulled the big blanket up, and for some reason, the weight of that blanket, it like snuggled me in and put me back to sleep. I said, maybe I need to do what Nikki do.
Yeah, I feel like my weighted blanket. I have one, but I feel like my weighted blanket. I feel like I'm like, oh my God, I cannot move.
Yeah.
Maybe yours is too heavy.
It might
be.
They
have different weights. Maybe yours is too heavy.
Oh, that's true too. Let me get yours and get you another one.
Because I like that being,
Yeah.
I like that feeling of being like
Mhm.
weighted down like that. So
I have a
Yeah, I think
blanket that my uncle brought back from like Korea or something like that. It's kind of like one
A
of those
mink one.
mink one, and that one's
Yeah.
heavier to me, so it's about time for me to pull that out. But yeah. So I, other than that, I think I find that like my days sometimes either go by really really fast or super slow, and then my evenings I'm like, oh, it's 5:30, and then the next thing you know, it's like 10:30, and I'm like, what happened?
mhm.
And because I'm not really doing anything in that time, then I'm like, I have a little bit of anxiety because I'm like, well, what did I accomplish within this 5 hour window? What could I have done? What should I have done? You know, that kind of thing.
Did you try to take any type of supplements? Because you know I'm big on CBD. It's legal, but I'm big on my CBD gummies. That helps me a lot with sleeping.
Yeah, I need
But
to do something. I need to try something, but I'm trying to figure out why lately it's been, and I don't know. I'm like, is it the season changing? Because sometimes I know people
that
who,
could be
when the
too.
seasons
It's
change,
probably the election because a lot of people are having a hard time. I
yeah,
mean, it's COVID, it's social justice, it's the election, and you don't know how you internalize
hmm
a lot of the things that's going on. I'll definitely say I haven't slept well. And my thing, because Todd will be like, well, why don't you take something? Well, we had two kids upstairs, and I don't want to not be able to hear them if something happens.
hmm
So I don't take sleep aids. So I generally go to bed around 12:30 or 1 o'clock, and I wake up around 5:30. So I've
You go
not
to
gotten
bed at
any.
1 every night like that?
me too.
Oh, that's not
But I don't have
healthy.
kids, but I
It's
do.
not.
I
It's
I
not healthy, but
go
that is
around that time too. 12:31,
um
my usual.
Y'all know me. I be in my bed. I
yeah,
might not
because
go to
yeah.
sleep right
whenever
away, but I still get in the bed.
I mean, I'll
my
be in the
kids stay up
bed.
so
Sometimes
late,
I'm
I'm always
still
like, why are you
working.
up?
But
Yeah.
please believe, because that's the last thing I do. I get in the bed and then like I'll check social media because I never look at it during the day. It seems, and y'all been sent 50 million messages, and I'd be like, okay, let me laugh at this all late. And
I know it.
that's just like my routine when I get in the bed, and then I wait for my little CBD to kick in before I can go to sleep. And
Mhm.
so, but yeah, normally about 10:30, we're closing down the house, getting in the bed.
Mhm. Yeah, it's like the time that it's finally quiet in my house. The phone's not ringing.
Mm.
I'm not working. The kids are asleep. Todd is usually asleep before I am. And then I'm back up, look, fixing stupid lunches for school and breakfast.
Whew, I need
So it
my
is
hat
what it
goes
is.
off.
Um, so yeah, that's been my kind of thing is um I say pray for parents of school age kids because it's been a lot. Like from the time all of this shut down through the summer, like we're doing our mental health check-in, but I do them with the kids too because all of this
Yeah,
is crazy.
yeah, even on the
Um,
little ones.
um, I shared with y'all. I think before we went away, like my little one was like, I just want to play with some little people. So we are one of those families that allowed our kids to go back to school. Um, it's only a few kids in the classroom because half of them are virtual and it was already a smaller private school anyway. So far so good. Everybody's doing great. The school
So
community,
the girls are still going physically. Okay.
they are. And one of the teachers posted the other day, like, these kids are rock stars because we've had no issues from the little kids to the older kids keeping their mask on, like 100%. They go outside for lunch. Um, they, which means we're packing a lunch every day instead of doing, the normal school lunch or whatever. Um, they have box lunches brought in if you like to get that, but I know my little one is not going to eat it, so it's not even worth wasting the money. And so yeah, that's been a thing. I think Todd and I have tried to be thoughtful about like what date nights look like. We went to Rays on the River, which was amazing, and we've been just trying to find patios. I think one of the things that we're really looking forward to is this week we're going to, because we'll have a babysitter. Yay. We are going to get like dollar oysters
Ooh,
and
you
drink.
love oysters.
yes, we're gonna spend like $100 on oysters and drink out. So just being thoughtful about, not just being bogged down in COVID, but trying to find things to do with each other, outdoors with our family or friends at a very safe social distance. Y'all know I'm not playing. I'm in a wedding this month, and it's outside. I don't know how that's gonna go.
Kamiko, did you ever
yeah.
do the cooking class with Sir Latab?
I didn't. We have a gift card. Well, I got a gift card, and we just haven't done it yet. We need to find a Saturday, basically. We even talked about trying to do it like during a week or something, like just like take a half day off or something and do it like that. But it's just seemingly been kind of busy since school started back and trying to get into like a routine to find a few hours to do it. Because most of the time the kids are with us and I'm not interested in doing it with the kids right here. So that's that.
Yes, I can imagine.
Yeah. Nikki, how you doing?
Like I was thinking how, how so many things can be true at the same time. Like I am optimistic and encouraged in some ways, and then I'm just discouraged, overwhelmed, and like borderline depressed in other ways. And so it's just like a lot. And like Jelani was saying, you all have been saying that, haven't been able to sleep. I've been just doing a general assessment often because the last week or two was it was hard for me, and I was just, having a hard time. But, now I feel like I'm doing a lot better. Because I think I was making myself physically sick because I was just going through, I guess. But like I said, staying encouraged, having friends like y'all, different people encouraging me, talking to me, my mother, has helped a lot. So, but the election has stressed me out a lot. If I think about it too much, I start freaking out and thinking about where am I gonna move.
Same.
Look, for real. We'll get there.
Yeah.
But I try to stay encouraged and be optimistic and just check in with myself and feel what I feel, and then move on past it. But I do think sometimes I'm like, oh, I live alone, but Jelena just lives down the street, so we interact at some points, because I would never. Well, I see people at my office, but not really, because we just we stay away from each other.
Right.
But, because I was like, I wouldn't have any human interaction, and I was like, that's depressing.
We're going to lunch soon, though.
So, I was thinking about that because I was like, I finally saw my mom. Well, I was trying to think when I saw her because she wasn't trying to see nobody. But it's just, it can be overwhelming at times, but I try to stay encouraged and optimistic. And, y'all send funny memes and, different things that, keep me laughing.
And that's what they say too, people that are single, because we can tend to take for granted, we're married, we have kids and things like that, but I know I've seen how specialists and stuff say, like you said, Jelani lives down the street. You all getting together and interacting, other single groups that are doing the same things as you, not the ones that's like my folks down in Miami, but the ones that are doing what they're supposed to do.
Right.
Yeah.
I think the other piece of it too is, like Nikki and I are, we're supposed to go on a trip in November. And so naturally in a normal, whatever is normal, we would have done several things.
I want to cry.
Several trips, right? And so but at the same time, if you work for a corporation or, any sort of major entity, they're still saying we need you to take your vacation time, right? And what I have a hard time wrapping my brain around is like taking don't be funny. Taking vacation to do what? Because we still gonna be sitting
right.
around, right? So
yeah, no, you're right.
It doesn't feel like a vacation because it's not like I could go check myself in at the Intercontinental for a night or two.
You
anyway.
can.
Why you can't?
Why you can't?
You can.
Because I'm thinking about it.
But then I think about like Yeah, but then I think about like, do I really want to do that? Like, should I do that? Then your mind starts to wonder and go other directions. So
I get it.
Girl, get your Lysol. But I mean,
yeah.
I understand too. But yeah, Jamal and I, we dipped away and went to Chateau Elan, for a little getaway. And
How was
we,
it? Because I heard that people are not masking up out there.
well, I will say we went during the week, so maybe it's a little different, as far as the weekend crowd and during the week crowd. It wasn't very crowded, and everyone then at that time had masks on.
Okay.
And it was nice and social distanced. I didn't have an issue at all.
Yeah.
And
I'm gonna miss Vineyard Fest.
I know, right? But but I think one of the other things that's come out of this is trying to find new things. Like if you go to Chateau Lawn, my family has always gone to state parks, and I've not been to all of them. So we said we're going to try to go to all of them. So we went to two. Todd and I took the girls to two of them, and it was just kind of a way we were just trying to figure out something to do that we could be outside but social distance. We had our whole cabin, which was super nice, by the way. I was really shocked at how nice they were at Modern. I mean, there were like 4 flat screens, and yeah, it was, I mean, I was shocked. It was nice. I thought it would be more rugged.
Yeah.
And some of that was us because we have T-Mobile.
Oh God.
So I figured
They
that
told me it was gonna get better because they merged with Sprint, and we've been
right
5G.
down there. I mean, we were able to get on to the point that the kids were able to like play a few games. We were able to check some social media, but it wasn't like I couldn't get video really great. So, but I felt like that was good. I was good. I had some books downloaded that I got through. We spent time together, played board games. So like it got everybody off the devices, which I was glad about.
Yeah,
So
that's always a plus.
Yeah, that's a plus.
I think finding new things, like Nikki said, she went hiking, like finding new and interesting things to get into. I don't know. Trying to find the glass half full and the silver lining, I guess.
I'm still trying to learn Spanish and guitar, but it's hard.
Yeah.
Especially guitar is hard because I really need to be in front of the instructor.
Mm-hmm. Do you know how to read music, Nikki?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know how to read music.
So how'd you learn how to read music? But did you play another type of instrument?
Piano,
saxophone. Oh, that's what I was wondering. Okay, I didn't know that.
And I took guitar at one point in my life, in 3rd grade.
I've never played an instrument.
Really? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Nope. We got look, I hate to say it, little Alicia Keys around here singing and playing her piano. I was like, oh, Todd sent me a video last night. I was like, oh. He was like, I know you didn't call her Alicia Keys.
She's a prodigy, so you might not like some things about her, but she is gifted.
Well, look, that's what he said. He said, I can't believe you call her little Alicia Keys. And I was like, look, she was very talented.
Yeah.
But she let that man suck the talent out of her.
The album is good too. But I'm
gonna try it out.
I didn't realize you didn't like Alicia Keys. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Are you my friend?
I never realized that.
It's about like her love of the Kardashians.
No, that's far worse. That's far worse. I don't even care about it. I'm indifferent about the Kardashians.
Yeah, she's indifferent, but she can't stand.
I don't like Alicia Keys.
Her book was good too. Her book was really good. I learned that I like to listen to memoirs and read just regular books, but to like when it's really like I'm listening to Sunny Hostin's book right now. It's good.
Oh, okay.
Listen to it. I'm totally gonna listen to it.
I definitely will do that. I have some points left too on
my
Audible.
Right, I do too.
Mariah's look like it's gonna be juicy, honey.
That's what I really want to read.
That's the next one that's on my list. Mariah.
It's out now, right?
It's out now. Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm gonna go Mariah.
She's spilling some tea, honey. Everything I start hearing, I'm like, oh, she said that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mariah.
Yeah, we love Mariah. Marcia, how you doing?
I'm good. For me, the staying at home hasn't been difficult at all. As much of an extrovert as I am, when it comes to being home, this y'all know I stay in Douglasville forever. But I don't mind being at home. So this part doesn't bother me. What gets to me, I think, is like Nikki was saying about the trips that we've had to cancel and all that kind of stuff, and not being able to go when I want to go. So Jamal and I, like I said, we have gone on our little staycation up to Chateau Elan for a couple of days. Our anniversary is this week, so we're going to some place in Cumming. It's called Bellamere Suites or something like that.
That's
yeah.
nice.
Oh, you in?
No.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. I don't know your life. I'm just saying. You might have
Hey,
moved.
I ain't gonna put their business out, but yeah,
Right.
Okay. Well, yeah. So a couple of people have sent me this stuff or whatever some time ago, and I was like, oh, but this would be something, you know, nice and local, because it's always somewhere we can drive to, of course, right?
Right.
So just like you said, trying to come up with some things. We're going into the holidays. I think that this is my bumpy area, my bumpy road. You know, as far as just the time of that time of year. My baby can't come home for Thanksgiving, Lyric. She has to work. So we are actually taking a road trip up there.
That's a real road trip, don't mind me.
Yes, that is a real road trip.
Why don't you go in Marcia?
I would, but
COVID.
So yes, we're packing up the dog and Jordan be home. So we'll jump out, all of us in the car, and we're heading up to see my baby because I don't want her to be by herself, you know. Yes. So, you know, any other time we'd be in a plane, but I ain't ready. I ain't ready for that yet.
I am. I am. If I had somebody to keep these kids for longer than a few days,
say that. That's
I'm gonna put on my mask and go.
But like, you know, they're saying that it's safer to be on a plane than it is to be in a restaurant because of the air.
Yeah, because the air is recycled. Right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, I mean, I've had enough friends that's been on plane at this point. The main thing is not likely go Delta. It is what it is. They seem to have the best procedures. With everything, whether it's a restaurant, whether it's a plane, wherever you're going, as long as people have proper plans and procedures, you can do things in a safe way. Mm-hmm. It is what it is. I'm not going inside a restaurant right now. I'm just not. I'll go outside, but I'm not sitting inside. But I will sit in a plane with my shield and my mask on because I really, really want to go somewhere. But I haven't gone anywhere. I'm supposed to be in the south of France today.
Oh man.
So yeah, I'm been like, Todd was like on a conference call last week because we were supposed to leave last week, and they were like, all right, you know, Todd, we see, you know, you on vacation for the next, you know, 10, 15, whatever, how many days it was that he took off. And he was like, what are you talking about? He was, because, you know, he put it on the calendar, you know, like at the top of the year. And he was like, man, that was a terrible reminder. I was like,
I bet.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I think that's part of my anxiety too, is that I may be a little bit too much in my house. Because I even to go up to see Lyric, I've been going back and forth because she's supposed to be going to Florida or something like that before we come. And I'm like, hold up. You know what I mean? Like,
are y'all staying with her?
We're not. We're gonna get an Airbnb and stay, you know, in a house or whatever, because we're gonna try to stay for a week or so. But I don't know. I think that I'm a little. I don't know if it's, let's call it mental or what, but I'm just over precautious. I don't think.
Yeah, I think most. I know that. I've been a super quarantiner, like to the point that my family's like, really? And I'm like, yeah, still really. I will go out for certain things, but I'm not only going for outdoor activities for the most part. I'm not playing with other stuff. Like my friend who's getting married, like she changed her whole venue and everything. So like the wedding is completely outdoors. The reception is completely outdoors. We're praying for amazing weather because otherwise I don't know what she's gonna do.
It's
But
earlier in the month.
it's in what, 2 weeks? Not this weekend, next weekend. Mm. Shout out to her. I'm so excited for her. But it's gonna be a beautiful wedding, and but you know, she wants to keep not just herself safe, but their parents, and they went from like 350 guests to 50. So
Oh wow.
yeah.
And a lot of people downsizing their weddings. Um, that postponed them that were going to be in the spring, like in May, and then now they're
Mhm.
having them now, and they've downsized. But I think some people too realize it's more about I want to be married and not so much about the wedding. Well, hopefully you can save some money. But I know you said before, because sometimes you really can't save money just because you have less people.
It depends on what you
Mhm.
have and what you want. And they
Mhm.
still wanted that elegance and the venue that's breathtaking. And so it's all still,
Yeah, that would
they're
be
I'm
still
supposed to go
having,
to a
yeah.
wedding next weekend too.
ideal
It's
for me.
outdoors. Now, the thing that I've been seeing, the trend that I've been seeing with weddings, it's like everybody starts with these masks on, and by the reception, these masks are gone. By the time they're taking pictures and everything, I'm like, what happened to the mask? So I don't know if liquor start getting poured, if people start taking off their masks or what, but
I think that's with a lot of things. And I think it just depends on how seriously people take it. You're going to see some people with masks off, and because obviously at the reception you're eating, but like for her like we saw one wedding, I've seen a couple of them that I've watched online, and where everybody was like sitting shoulder to shoulder.
Hmm.
And I'm like, so for her wedding, like we sat down and talked through a lot of the procedures and stuff. Like nobody's sitting like everybody's literally, every family is literally social distance. Um, like even us as attendants standing up there, we're all social distance standing up there. So I hope he got a big, panorama lens to take this picture of
I think
all
the
of us.
thing
But
about
yeah.
like the mask thing is that people, when they go to take their pictures, people are like, okay, we can take a picture with our mask on, but then you really want to see, you can't see people's emotions with their
I mean,
masks
are your
on.
emotions
And
worth
so,
COVID is the question.
no,
I
but
mean,
I'm
I
saying, I think
obviously,
that's the thing is
I
like
get
people are,
the
I've seen
sentiment.
both where people are like taking pictures with their mask on and taking pictures with their mask off. And it's kind of a hard thing because it's like you do want the picture, but then,
But then you can also remember the era and the time that you were in, because you're like, oh yeah, we were in COVID.
yeah.
We had to wear a mask. Because I
Hmm.
know my cousin and I saw each other this weekend, and she didn't take her mask. We didn't take our mask off the whole time. It was the first time I seen her in forever. But yeah, she was like, I can't tell you're smiling. I said, you can't. I'm smiling with my eyes. You can't see smiling in my eyes.
Right.
She was like, it doesn't look like you're smiling. I was like, I am smiling.
you
I will
know,
say that I like, like if I had to go out to Target or whatever, you're picking up your stuff and you walk in the stores and people are like sanitizing the carts. They've got masks there for people who need them. And for the most part, the stores are like, hey, before you come in, you have to have on a mask. I've seen very few instances where a store has a mask policy, which most of them do, and somebody didn't have on a mask and they didn't get stopped by an associate.
Hmm. I mean, but obviously we've seen the plenty of videos
Oh
where
yeah,
it's ended terribly. I
correct.
think it depends on where you are too.
That's
Hmm.
true. Because I was like, every place I've been, it was a mask mandate, basically.
I get everything a
Raise,
little.
that's I went. We went to Raise on the River. They were taking temperatures and
oh,
everything.
did you go?
Yeah, that's where I saw my cousin.
I didn't know. I mean, I know you had been talking about you wanted to go or whatever, you were gonna go, but I didn't know you went. Okay, I'm all behind. My bad.
Yeah, after the
Her
concert.
late night scroll.
I know, right? We finished crushing or love lettering. Where are we?
Yeah, love lettering. Our love letters to the girls.
Right.
I know, love letters to each other
Now
and
we're
ourselves.
in the
So,
love chat.
right. So remember to take some time to take care of you. Just don't forget your love letters or your questions or comments. Or if you just want to say hey to us, feel free to let us know what you think at the Love Chat Podcast at gmail.com. Jelani.
So, for those of you who are new to the Love Chat podcast for season 3, this is my favorite part of the podcast where we do a deep dive, usually into like one focus area. Today, we're going to talk about a lot of things because, as you can tell, there are four of us. We have four different opinions, and there has been a lot that has happened to give each of our unique opinions on over the course of COVID, summer, our hiatus, everything. So, our group chat, I wish I could see the thread some days because they're
Lord,
comical.
I don't. Goes in a group chat, stays in a group chat.
So we're back from summer break. Obviously, we talked about that earlier. And I mean, let's just throw some things out there. So we watched so many of the versus battles.
Yes.
I mean,
oh my gosh,
I need to really go back and document them because I've been trying to keep, even though we haven't really been doing as much in COVID. Y'all know I live by a calendar, and I've been trying to like keep things on my calendar, like what did I really get to experience or do during COVID still. So I need to go back and add a lot of those to my calendar. But we've seen the baby face.
That was, I think, still my favorite one.
And I think they need a do-over. I think
I agree.
They need to do it where now everybody's in the studio together. They need a do-over.
Yeah,
I agree.
I think
that was still my favorite one, even without a drama.
And it was a lot of drama.
Look, to Fred Hammond and Kirk, was it Fred Hammond and Kirk Franklin?
That might be my favorite.
I think that was
I forgot about that. That was a really good one.
That was
Jagged Edge in 112.
Nah.
They had too many issues. And half of them weren't even
I didn't even listen. I logged off for that one.
I
did too, for sure.
We saw Jill Scott and Erykah Badu.
That was a good one.
That's a good one.
The funniest one that
I know Jill Scott.
The most memes for was Teddy Riley.
Yeah, Teddy had some. Who else had technical issues? Nelly had some technical issues with him and Luda.
But Nelly had the storm. Remember, he had been storming wherever he was.
Allegedly.
Okay, but he ain't had those technical issues that Teddy Riley had. Riley was trying to.
No. It was somebody else who had some issues. Who else had issues early on?
Who was the rappers? Or not it wasn't a producer.
Oh, Jonte Austin and Neo was a really good
that was a really good one. Because I slept on Jonte Austin.
That one was a good one.
I didn't know he wrote so many songs.
What we were probably all
he was good
for with Brandy and Monica.
Mm-hmm. It was good. I mean, obviously it's the most viewed one or whatever.
Yeah.
It was a little bit of a letdown. Y'all 40-year-old women still can't get over stuff that happened 20 years ago.
They just couldn't engage. And then they, each have been on different shows, radio shows, telling their perspectives about why, Monica, why she was acting the way she was. And Brandy was telling, what was going on her end. But evidently it's all love. They love each other. And they made it.
So we've done a ton of versus battles. We've watched some concerts. We've seen her.
Don't leave out Patty.
Oh, Patty!
Yes, that was Patty and Miss Auntie Patty and Miss Gladys.
Yes.
Yes, that was good.
A number of concerts. Have y'all been watching the NPR Tiny Desk at Home?
Oh, I love Tiny Desk. Yeah. I watched Janae Echoes the other day.
I've seen it, but
I watched John Legend the other day. It was good.
Mm-hmm.
His album is good. I love
it.
Is it?
Yes.
It's really
good.
Shout out to him and Chrissy. I mean, that's a lot. They're going through a lot right now.
Yeah.
So bless them.
But y'all know I also don't watch a ton of television, and COVID has been like my super exception because I have watched.
Wait, hold up.
You've been watching so much TV.
I think that's like the thing that all of us like to be like, we don't watch TV, but we do.
Let me pull the tape.
No, I do.
Y'all make me watch TV.
I'm a self-proclaimed TV movie addict. Like I watch a lot of content.
A lot of content that I'm like, I cannot keep up. And Tamiko, you watch a lot too.
You watch more.
Like, y'all be pulling out shows. See, but I watch the stuff that I watch is normally like a prime time type. Like, I mean, I like my
which I don't watch
network.
Anything on prime time on the network.
This Is Us is the only one you watch probably. Well, we watch Grace.
So, I do watch. See, like I watch that kind of stuff. Grace.
Sometimes
Power,
I watch Blackish. I do watch Blackish.
Blackish.
But a lot of times I'm binging it. I don't get to watch it every night.
But I record it.
Back
yeah,
on?
I don't.
They had a
It just
special
came on.
election type voting type thing.
See,
Okay.
and y'all have. I
They
never
said-
watched an episode of Blackish. I've watched all of Blackish now.
You watch Blackish, Grownish.
Yeah,
You watch
but
all them little. And
you watch
y'all too.
Power.
Don't y'all be watching all them little teen dramas?
Yeah.
But the
Riverdale
thing,
and
all of
stuff.
that I watched them back when I was a teenager.
But all of these things I've watched in COVID.
What do you mean?
Blackish. Nikki had me watching Grownish right before COVID. All American.
Yeah,
That was
Yeah.
good. I did watch that during COVID. I did binge that. That was good.
What else did Nikki have me watching? I watched Greenleaf.
Yeah,
I
Greenleaf.
watched all of Greenleaf.
I've never watched that either.
Several movies. I saw her post the other day when she talking about she binge watched Emily in Paris. Now I'm on episode 3.
Yeah, it's good. You know,
I did not realize it was a show. I thought it was a movie.
Yeah,
I
it's
watched
a show.
it.
yeah, it's a
And it's
show.
written by the
You know,
guy
by
from
Darren Star from
Sex and the City.
Sex and the City.
Right.
hmm
Yeah, I know.
He was younger too, I think.
And Anise got me watching Wentworth, and that just came out
I
the other day.
still
So I
can't
had to
get
watch.
that.
Oh,
Just trying to
it's
get me
good.
watching Wentworth. I still just never got into it.
It's
But they
good.
say it's better than what's that show? Orange is the New Black.
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. Like right now, there's nothing on outside, and Power just came back on. I didn't even think I was going to jump back into that. But there's nothing on. Grey's is not on. Like none of my shows are on anymore. So
Yeah, I ended up watching P Valley.
Oh, yep. Watch that.
I did watch that. I think was it you? Everybody kept talking about
Everybody
it,
was talking about P Valley.
but I didn't even start watching it. You know who started watching it?
Ball.
Yeah,
Because he heard what
strippers. Strippers.
Right.
Yeah.
M to the
And that's probably why I had watched it. But whatever.
M-I.
But then once you start getting into the story, it
I've
was-
heard.
oh
I
my
will
God.
at some point, but I haven't binged any shows. The only thing I've been watching as of late, I did a bunch of binging early on. But as of late, I've only been watching like I saw the show with her name is Shannon Watts, where the husband killed her. She was pregnant, and it's not like Unsolved Mysteries, but it's one of those things. It's on Netflix. It was really good. He killed her. She was pregnant, and their 2 daughters. This
Yeah.
Are you
happened
talking
not
about
that long ago.
Are you talking about from back in the day?
It happened like maybe just a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Oh,
But I
no.
forgot what it's
Okay.
called, but people been talking about it. I
I
haven't
thought
watched
you
It
were
was
talking about
really
the
good.
military dude, the army dude that killed his wife
Is that
and his
American
pregnant
Murder
wife.
Story or
No.
something like that?
What you say?
I think
Johnny?
that's what it's called. American Murder
American
Story.
Murder or something like that?
It's something like that, and it happened just maybe. And I'm saying a few years ago. It might have been like 5 years ago. Honestly, I'm not sure exactly when it was, but yeah.
Oh, I know what you're talking. Is that the one
Yeah.
where he put put them in that oil well? Okay, yeah. You
Yep.
know, I be following all them cases real
Yeah.
time, so I remember
It was-
real story.
So I remember when it happened, but this was almost like a documentary about it. And they, had all the actual, this was like the actual footage. It wasn't a movie. It was really, really good because it got into everything. Because everything was documented basically on the police cameras that they had on them. And then the cameras and, but yeah.
Boy, give it up to them nosy friends, honey. She was like, no. My friend would not miss this appointment.
That's right. That's what happened. So they also documented everything through the cameras and through text messages.
Oh, wow.
And she had very detailed text messages with her friends about things that were going on. So they had a day and a time step and everything. So they were able to match up like what he was doing versus what her text messages were saying. I wonder what he doing.
Yeah.
So it's very good. I would definitely, if I like true crime stuff.
I just need to know, have you even finished Girlfriends?
See, that's what I'm saying. I'm on season 3.
Oh, Lord. Me and Jelena already been.
See, I hadn't even started.
But that's what happened. I started first, but I still I finished like 2 weeks ago.
Listen, let me tell you how my whole heart was hurt.
Episodes, they just go so fast.
Let me tell you how my whole heart was hurt, okay? Because I was watching, and then Nikki told me where she was, and I was like, oh, I got to catch up because Nikki and Kamiko are going to be talking about this in the chat, and I will not be left out. So then I was watching.
That's Jelani's issue. Jelani has a serious
You don't want to be left out.
I'm like, what's happening?
Serious.
It's FOMO for her.
Started watching the show just cause.
That's right. So then I called Nikki, and she was like, wait a minute, you passed me. And then I called her again, And Nikki was like, well, it's just going to cut off. And I was like, what you mean?
Yeah, I do know that.
Literally the next episode was the episode where it cut off. And I was sitting there and I thought my Netflix was broken.
So you didn't watch it back in the day?
So what I've come to realize is there are a lot of episodes of Girlfriends I never saw.
Yeah.
There are a lot. There are a lot of things
They have on demand.
So so I think if I saw it, I saw it. And that's what I think happened. There were a lot of things I was like, when did this happen?
Well, I know for me, a lot of I missed because I was just mad.
Yeah, because season 8 was.
This no more. And I mean, it went on throughout. Like, I'm in season 3 right now, and I'm trying to like make my way through it. Like, John is really getting on my nerves. This is where Tony gets married.
Yeah,
and she's clearly very. I just don't understand that kind of jealousy.
But I had
I get it, but I don't get being toxic like that. Oh,
I had a whole different view after watching Girlfriends. Like, because when I was like 8.
So we talked about this.
And now I'm like, oh my gosh, it's totally, I have a totally different perspective. William is like, oh, I see why William
has the potential.
William had a lot of potential.
But his wife,
She
used to get on my nerves.
Hold on, which one?
Monica.
His wife, yeah.
Did him and Monica got married?
Yeah.
They did? I can't remember. I couldn't remember. I hated Monica.
But it's just so much that I've watched, so much content that I've watched, so many shows I rewatched. I watched Boomerang last night because I was like,
I started watching it last night too. I didn't finish it because it was like 12:30. I fell asleep too.
I was like, this is Halle Berry and Robin Givens. Like, I was like, one thing about them then.
Yeah,
I love back in the day. Yeah, now I looked
that's what
I was
that
11
show
when it came out.
That's what that show is based off of. I was telling y'all about.
And I couldn't get into the show. I couldn't get into
it. Watching it
the new Boomerang.
I had different expectations, but now when I watch it, I can watch it. It don't bother me anymore. Yeah,
I tried to watch it, but I didn't even get through episode 1.
Because they say that during COVID, a lot of people are watching things that bring them comfort or that they're used to.
Right.
Think about. So I've been watching A Different World a lot.
Yeah, I got through all of A Different World. Shout out to Amazon Prime. I got through all of Sex in the City. I got through all of Gossip Girl.
Jesus.
Have you watched?
So like literally, that's the stuff I've been watching. I watched The Hills. And Laguna Beach.
I watched Indian Matchmaker. I had Jelani watching that too.
She had me watching that.
So y'all be watching all kind of stuff. No.
See, I've been going back and watching stuff that I've already watched. And it'll be on, right.
I tried to watch Ozark. I'm going to try to watch Schitt's Creek.
Yeah. I do want to watch it.
Oh, my cousin.
I've heard it's so good.
I started watching The Office.
She said that it was just on one day, and she was like, "Oh, this is kind of funny." So she went back and found it on demand and has been watching the season. She said it's funny. So I told her I was going to check it out.
They won all those awards this year. Big Bang Theory is one that I kind of used to watch it, and it was really funny.
That is my show. Girl, I watch that show every.
I just never was one that I followed. Watcher of it, but every episode I did watch, it was good.
Yeah,
I understand. It's a good show, Big Bang Theory. I just never was a loyal fan of it. But I started watching The Office. And I see why people like The Office.
The Office was hilarious.
I never watched it consistently, but it was good.
See, Lyric, my baby watches it like religiously, but me, I catch bits and pieces. But everyone that I see is hilarious.
It's hilarious. I was rolling. I was laughing so hard. I was like, oh my gosh, this show is so funny.
That's why so many gifs, and memes over them.
Now I finally get stuff.
But those kind of shows are good to get through because, again, like Sex in the City, Laguna Beach, all of them are only 30 minutes. Girlfriends, and really they like 20 minutes without commercials
taken out. Yeah.
So you can get through several episodes in an hour, but their seasons are much longer than the seasons that we have now.
Oh my gosh, it's 22
episodes. Right.
I'm like, I'm still in season 1.
Right.
But the shows we watch now, we can binge just 10 episodes. Like Emily in Paris, I finished that in like a night. I was like, it's over.
It's 30 minutes too? Oh, okay, I might try it then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I even started rewatching Grace and Frankie again because I love Grace and Frankie.
see,
So
and
I
I
just
thought
have
it
to
was
watch that.
cute too, but I just never went back to watch it. And you know, a lot of the stuff that I do watch religiously outside of Grey's Anatomy, but it's Jamal because he makes me like on Sunday he be like, "Power about to come on. What you doing? You ready?" So I watch it because of him, but I be meaning to
Oh,
go
I
back
made
and
it through
watch
the Shy. Yay!
Oh, yeah, see the Shy because I had to go back and watch the Shy so that I could watch it live because y'all was talking
Right,
about it.
right,
Yeah.
right. It was good
And I was
too.
like, well, they're gonna talk about it, so I need to catch up. Yeah.
Jamal.
Yeah, it was good.
Yep.
It was
That's how I
good.
got hooked on that show.
It was good.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a good show. That is a good show though. But
Even though this season is like, but whatever, it was fine.
because
Well,
they're
you
trying to
got to-
find their, they're trying to find their food, and they had to
Right.
literally stop on a dime and change everything.
Right, right. It's honestly the kids for me. I love the
Yeah.
kids.
Big
Yeah,
Papa.
I think
Papa
they're
is
really
my
funny.
baby.
I love
I
all of
love
them
Papa.
though.
Yeah, if
Mhm.
something happened to
Good.
him, I'm gonna be devastated.
Right, right.
But yes.
Yeah.
So what
Marcia,
else is going
I was about to say, Marcia, I know you've been doing some sort of projects or something. What you been working on in the house, in the
on?
lab,
Projects in the house or projects in my
in the lab,
business?
in your business?
Oh, well, it's always something, girl. I got stuff turning in there right now. Always.
In the lab.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm like. I feel like I got a running list of things I need from Marcia still.
I know I
I
do.
still
I
have
ain't
your
did
Starbucks
nothing.
cups too.
Say what?
I still have your cups.
My Starbucks. Listen.
Yes, they're just
Them
sitting in there
cups.
collecting dust.
I'm like, what are you going? You just gonna rotate them? Do you drink out of any of these?
Girl.
Is you gonna put it in like a cabinet? And
They
just,
are in the cabinet.
Lord.
a display cabinet.
They
You
are
got
in
like
the
a
I
display
haven't been doing
cabinet?
any
I,
type
Oh,
I
of
need to take
project.
a picture. I want to see it.
Yeah, I need
I'll
to
take a picture.
Oh my
I'll take a
goodness.
picture. My mom came up the other week and she was like, so she was helping me do something. And then she's like, well, I said, well, I think I need to reorganize these cups. So we were sitting there talking and I was reorganizing. And she's like, why do you need these cups? And I was like, because I was like, this collection right here is worth about $900. And she was like, just for these, like 5 or 6? And I was like, yeah. She was like, so why don't you sell them now? I was like, no.
I
We're just gonna
mean,
let them sit there.
me and your mama right here.
We're gonna let them sit there.
Adding-
That's like
adding-
Jelani's Beanie Baby collection or something.
I know it.
You know what? When I was younger, I had a massive Beanie Baby collection.
I bet you a hoarder.
No, I had a massive Beanie Baby.
You're not worse than me though. It's terrible.
And,
Because at least she does purge. I
Yeah.
haven't done any purging this whole summer except for children's clothes.
No, at one point I gave them all away, and I think I only have 4. And the last time I looked, I have this orange crab that was worth a couple $100. It's in my room at my parents' house.
No.
Mhm.
I ain't
The
cool.
only thing I ever collected like that were Olympic
Froze.
pens. Olympic pens.
Like lapel pins.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I had a bunch of them that I should have sold a long time ago. But I don't know why.
You know what I used to have a collection of too? Swatch watches.
Watches.
Watch.
Yep.
Yeah.
Swatch watches. Remember they came out with different colors, and then you could eventually switch
Yeah.
the bands and all that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. Swatch watches. Yep. Oh, I canceled my trip.
Which
Which
one?
trip?
I didn't know Jelani already said that. I'm not going on my trip in November.
Oh, I was like, okay.
Where were you going?
Cartagena, Colombia.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Lack thereof our
Oh.
travel experiences.
I have also purged an insane amount of paper. Like insane.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Yeah.
Because so much so that I had to look up when the recycling day was for my community because I was like, I can't pay to shred this.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, they still haven't started our recycling back.
Mm.
They stopped it during COVID because we used to have 2 cans out, your blue
Right.
can and the regular trash, and they still haven't started it back.
Not well. This is one of the the free shred.
One of the
I want it
shredding
all
events.
shredded.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, I
Mhm.
cannot. I mean, I guess I could pay, right, if I had to. I was like, I'm not gonna pay to shred this. So
Well, you
I
better
have
come
like,
on over. Yeah, because
No, it's
like
massive
Cobb and Fulton
amount.
does it
Yeah.
too. Yeah, we
So
take it
I was
on up
like,
there.
I need to just take it. It's all sitting in the garage. It's actually this coming
Mhm.
Saturday. So I'm gonna drop it off because I was like, all this has got to go.
Yeah.
It's got to go. Shred it.
Yeah.
Get
That's
it
good.
away.
You doing all that purging.
What
That's
else?
great. I
I'm
need to be
doing
right
that.
here with you, none.
I've been hoarding my COVID supplies. So shout out to the links that we dropping in the group chat. We're like, get this Lysol, get this microban, get this. Oh, my microban came the other day, Kamiko.
Oh, good.
Yep.
Yeah, mine came last week. I was like, yeah, this has been working out. Like, I got this one friend. Hey, Alicia. She has been the plug. I mean, like, she been going around picking up the stuff for all of us.
Oh wow.
Like, I'm like, girl, thank you, Alicia, because you have been a lifesaver this summer. Because look, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've been doing a lot of like a little bit of craft, not like Marcia crafting, but just like I bought easels, so we've been painting a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Just doing little bitty craft things. I think we're about to do some holiday crafts for October. I bought some pumpkins.
Do you have to decorate your houses for the season?
Not like I want to.
In my mind, I feel like
I've been watching YouTube videos about that kind of stuff. I'm like,
Not like I want
I mean, I
to.
put
Like I
some
got
things out.
pumpkins.
yeah.
I'm trying to justify the cost of what wreaths cost because I'm like, I'm okay with buying one, but I have two big doors.
You have
So
to
I feel
have
like I
two.
need two.
You have to have two.
Yeah,
And I'm
because
like, I'm
I
not
have
really
two
interested
for
in paying
mine.
hundreds of dollars for wreaths. Like I have them for Christmas, but am I doing it
You
for the
have to
fall
get
too?
them. You have to get them when they're on clearance, because that's what I did when they went on clearance, like at the end of the season, and I bought two for the fall, and then I have two for Christmas.
So we have like 10 for Christmas, and because we put them all around the house. But for fall, I want the two, but even the two that I want, they're still a couple $100 on
Yeah,
clearance.
but it's a one-time buy, and you'll have them for
I'm gonna tell you,
years.
you're gonna have them for the
Wait a
year.
minute.
I mean, they're not real. They would be for every year, yes. So you're right in
Yeah.
that sense.
I mean, I have my wreath box,
Market.
and I put them
Yeah.
in the box. So
Wait a
Yeah.
minute. Look, this is going to help solve a debate or answer a question for Nikki and I. Marcia, have you still been riding your Nordic track? And Kamiko, have you been riding your Peloton?
Hell no.
well,
But my
I would.
Peloton wasn't a COVID purchase. It was already here.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't
Well,
riding it then either.
I would be, but I did have a bit of a surgery here
Yeah, I was
recently,
gonna say, she
so
got
that
surgery.
put me. Yeah, so I've just been cleared to get back on it. But yeah, Jamal has.
I was gonna say, does Jamal use it?
But now he has an injury, so like we're
Oh,
both
no.
injured.
Lord, sit the shut in.
Nikki and I have been talking about our stationary bike purchase.
So my mother-in-law bought one. She was like, you know what?
What?
I'm not gonna buy a Nordic track. I need to see what brand she bought. It was more like a $400 or $500 bike.
She probably bought that. Is it like an Echelon or Echelon one?
That sounds Echelon.
Yeah.
That sounds
Yeah.
something. But she bought that. It doesn't have
doesn't have
a
a screen.
monitor.
Right.
But she just has her iPad or
Exactly.
something.
I was gonna say. So I've seen YouTube videos where people have bought that bike and got their iPad hooked up to it and then logged into the Peloton app.
Mm-hmm. Or there are other, like she has a YMCA or she has somebody gym membership, and so they have free classes that you can log into online. So if you already have, a lot of the gym memberships are doing that, where they're doing like an instructor in there. So just checking that kind of stuff, or you could just go to YouTube, whatever.
Yeah. Because that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm like, if we got a Peloton, then like one of the things that I like about Marcia's bike is Marcia has like free cycle, right? So she could ride through the streets of London.
You can do that on the Peloton
too. That's the only thing that I do. I don't take any classes. I only do scenic rides.
No, I think she's talking about the open, where it's not so much as the scenic ride, because even when you do the scenic ride, you still have like an instructor. You're talking about where you just have.
Oh no, I don't have an instructor.
Oh
no, you can just ride.
On one of the bikes,
I don't have anybody. It's just me, my playlist in my ear, but there's no instructor. You can ride wherever around the world. I like beach rides.
So could you get on YouTube and then still watch another cycling class?
You mean on the Peloton? What do you mean? Can I get on YouTube and do what?
And watch another.
See, you
cycle
can't
class.
get on anything else on mine. I know that.
I don't think so. No,
Mhm.
my scenic routes are through Peloton. Peloton has all the scenic routes, and you can do classes.
Mhm.
So you can pick which one. I like scenic route. Todd likes the classes.
Hmm.
He
And
likes
I've
the
done
live
both.
classes.
Oh no, I'm
He
not
doesn't
doing
like the
live.
recorded classes. He likes the live classes. I just like to be in my own little world.
So yeah, that's been my struggle a little bit, because I'm like, do I want this Peloton? Do I need this Peloton? And not to mention the amount of money that I paid LA Fitness for the times that I didn't go. And so
That's the
I
debate.
think we
Like,
You
still
just have to
paying
be.
them. I need to go
You
check
have
on
to
that.
be honest with
will it
yourself,
be a
though.
waste of money? Like my
Yeah.
gym membership, is it
Because I
going to
would have never bought that Peloton. Just saying.
And
Yeah.
I don't think I would have. It was definitely ours was a COVID purchase, so it was definitely COVID. And Jamal went back and got we also have the treadmill.
Okay. Okay. Y'all been all the money you save on COVID.
Oh no,
ain't
you
going
guys wait till you come.
nowhere.
Wait till you come back over. We have a whole home gym now, like
Oh, honey, you
literally.
ain't got to tell me. We got the boxing bag, we got the treadmill, the weight bench. It's all a whole thing. We got the mirrors up now.
We do
What
too.
else?
you got the mirror.
have a
Tico?
home gym?
We have a literal home gym. We
No,
have every piece.
you have mirrors, or you have
You said
the
you
mirror,
got
the
the mirrors
workout.
up.
We have mirrors up.
Oh, I thought
We
you were
put
talking
mirrors
about
up.
the mirror, the workout mirror.
Oh,
Yeah, we have mirrors in our workout room.
No,
it's
you have
a
mirrors
workout
mounted to your wall.
tool.
There's a tool. There's a device called the mirror.
The mirror.
Oh
that
yeah,
you work
I heard
out
about
with.
that.
Yeah, it's like a
Oh,
built-in.
I saw that.
Yeah,
I know, and it comes down off your
yeah. It
wall
was
or something.
recently bought by
I saw
Lululemon.
that.
Yeah, Lululemon recently
Mhm.
bought them.
I heard. No, we don't need no other piece of equipment. We even bought stuff like boxing gloves and stuff for the kids because they like to go in there and play. But I don't trust them in there by themselves because it's workout equipment. It's not safe. So yeah, we've had all of that in there, and it don't look like it. Not with me anyway, because I haven't used a bit of it. Too
Well,
bad our laundry machine is not down there. I would hang clothes on it.
I'm trying to decide like where I would want to put a Peloton, and like, do I want to put one? Like, I've seen people putting it in their garage.
Yeah, the garage. Because I was
in
like,
their garage into
I
like a
split
gym.
the garage. I seen YouTube videos where especially that 2-car garage and only one car, that you could use the
Right.
half as a
Right.
Mm-hmm.
A friend of mine did that where she has hers like that, and she also put down like in her garage like the padded stuff on the ground, so that she could do yoga out there too or whatever.
Yeah,
we
have
have
a TV
little
up there.
cushions on our floor.
Yeah, it's like puzzle pieces that fit together.
Right, they're great. Yeah, we
Yeah.
had some in the playroom and we just moved them into the gym.
Well, if any of our listeners are Nordic track riders or Peloton riders, I mean, we just want to know, because Nikki and I need to make a decision so we can hold each other accountable.
I mean, only you know if you gonna
That's
really
a big
use it.
purchase if
That's
it's
what I'm
not going to
saying.
be
I
something that
want
you're
to
going to
know,
use.
will I really hold myself accountable, and will it be wasted money just like my gym membership?
See, the hard part about a Peloton,
Money, will I be motivated to use it?
Well, we're in a COVID world, right? So you're not really going to try this, or you couldn't even go to a place where you could try to ride the Peloton in like a group setting type situation. But also the Peloton requires you to have certain type of shoes. So then there's that
That's
piece
true,
too.
yeah.
So it's like, yeah.
But you can just get those on Amazon. I mean, yeah, you just get the riding shoes. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, we get on it every now and then. We certainly don't use it like we should, but I mean, I wish, and I'm trying to get myself to a point of being more motivated to go down there like 3 or 4 times a week.
But speaking of shoes, Nikki and I, because I feel like she's been not too far behind me, have been
everybody is behind you. Don't be dragging this.
Drag me into this.
has been ordering shoes and sneakers. Because Nikki sent me a message about, I gotta wear this shirt and I need some shoes to go with it. See? So I have been, my sneaker game has been
Got some omni-stick color ones.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was so happy about that.
Yeah. So
did you send them to Marcia for a Christmas gift?
Oh yeah.
That'd be a good gift for Jordan.
Yeah, that would be.
Look how Marcia looking.
My child is different.
But it was funny because I think people were talking. I've been watching different shows saying that women have been changing their style a lot since COVID, like wearing more sneakers, wearing more, like sweatpants.
Athleisure.
Yeah, they're saying that,
Mhm.
that we might not ever go back to being so glam. That this is like the new thing, and people love it. They're like, I'm happy about this. Like I love
Right. I
just
haven't
some
been like without makeup so much. I'm just like, because I
Right.
hardly ever have on makeup at home. Unless I got to get on and do something like this or whatever. But other than that, going to the store, whatever, I used to like, okay, well, let me just put a little something, cover my little spots up. Girl, please. I'd be like, I have put this mask on and it is what it is.
Exactly.
yeah.
I
So
look, if
I
I'd
don't
have to
hardly
see
ever,
y'all today.
unless we have some kind of Zoom like procedure. I hardly ever, it's very casual. It used to be
Mhm.
business casual
I
office.
can't tell you the last time I had on a pair of high heels. Like, I don't even remember.
I
I
hardly
did
try.
put some on for my
I
birthday.
can.
That was it.
But I mean, at the same time, it's like when we don't do it, and then you have to for whatever reason, it's gonna be like, wait a minute. Your feet are gonna be like, wait a minute.
I know
I
mine will, especially after
Mine
my
was.
surgery too. I already know I'm about to be looking
Yeah.
like a baby deer.
Look,
So
I got to
I've
walk down like 900 steps for this wedding, and they're
see.
concrete. It's at the Atlanta History Museum. It's
Oh, it's so
beautiful,
pretty. Yeah.
oh, nice.
but we got to walk down all them steps and heels. I was like, Lord, please be a fence.
You better
Because
put some
since
heels on
since
this
Jesus.
week
I'm
and
the
start
first one to walk
practicing.
out, I can't be tumbling down the steps because I'm the furthest to the left.
Yeah, you
She
got to
gonna
put your.
give
You need
y'all
to start
some like
walking around the house with your heels
some
on. Cause
sneakers to wear.
They're very comfortable. I've been wearing them because I had to wear
Oh,
them like
okay.
to the dress fittings and stuff, and so
yeah.
they're pretty comfortable, and they're higher than I would normally wear too. So I was like, I'm so glad they're pretty comfortable.
hmm
That's good. It's
So thank God for that.
comfortable pair of
Yeah.
heels.
And
Mm-hmm.
listen, if somebody tell me I don't have to go back into an office, it's gonna be on and popping. Cause I'm like, even more of this stuff can go.
Yeah,
Why
I
do I
mean,
need
I
it?
don't know when I'm going back to. I mean, they haven't even said. They said it'll be next year, maybe, maybe,
Yeah.
maybe.
Well, all our stuff
I
is
don't know.
Zoom, everything.
Yeah.
Zoom
Yeah,
proceeding.
Jamal said they're not going back to the beginning of the year. So
However, I do like going to my office because it just gets me out from
Yeah.
one space. But you know, I'll just be there. Ain't nothing
Well, I
really.
think at this point, like we've seen the articles about companies who are allowing people to work wherever. Like I
Mm-hmm.
have people on my team who literally like ended their leases, and like a guy who's rented an Airbnb in Colorado or something like that. He was like, well, I'm just gonna stay here for 3 months and then I'm gonna go somewhere else for 3 months after that.
That's what I would do.
That's what I would do
Yeah,
too.
but
If I
the
could, I
companies who have
would.
said, you don't have to come back
Mm.
into the office, and they're evaluating, salary adjustments based off of that. I think that's a very smart thing for them to do, because at this point most people have done everything that they needed to do from a virtual environment. So from a
Mm-hmm.
company's perspective, they're probably like, we can get rid of some of these capital costs and these assets and not have as big of an office or, whatever. So I think it's a smart move. And I think
Yeah,
I
it
do
gives
too.
people a little bit more flexibility, and you can enhance work-life balance and that kind of thing to some degree, by letting people work wherever they want to.
exactly.
Oh, well, Lord. If I could, we'd be in Barbados.
Yeah.
I'd love to
I'm
be.
just going to stay here for the summer.
But my husband has to be in and out of the office a little bit. So,
Excuse me. Wow.
Mhm.
Well, I know we're talking about paintings and like some of the stuff we've been doing, but I have really also become slightly infatuated by all of the Black art. And I know that we had Black artists before, but just like the drawings and the paintings that I've been seeing, some of them with in tribute to those who've passed away,
and murdered by the
been
police.
murdered by police.
Right.
But I've been really impressed by those, so much so that I think when I redo, I'm gonna try to make a section of like various things that I like, because I'm like, some of those have just been really moving, and I don't know why I didn't see them before. I mean, obviously, I know, you
Mhm.
got things feeding into your social media and stuff like that now, but I'm like, where was all of this before? And why do I feel like I'm just seeing an influx of it now? And it's right there in front of my face. But mhm.
Yeah. I mean, I do love black art. Todd has purchased several pieces for me. I purchased some for him, like in his man room. He has a bunch of black and white pieces of like Muhammad Ali. They're all sports related or whatever, but like
Mhm.
at the Olympics, like all of those like iconic pictures I've bought for him in that room. So, I mean, love black art, but I think to Delaney's point, like I like the idea of the people who have like paying tribute to the people who have been murdered. But I don't know. I've said that I wanted to do something art wise in our home, but I'm not sure if it's like pictures of them or like some of the ones that have like all of their names on there in some like really beautiful, creative way. I don't know. But yeah, I love black art. I will say, like, I love Marcia's home and the way that they have different things displayed and a lot of stuff. Look, I have children's paintings around my house. And so I keep saying, when that little one hit about 8 years old, I'm taking my house back. But yeah, there's some more adult spaces where I would love to pay tribute to these people in
Newsflash,
some way.
they mess up even till 18.
So it's not as bad when they 3 though.
It might not be as bad as 3, but honey, I went in that child's room after she left, and I was like, "Now you got to be kidding me!
If it was
You are
just if it
18."
was just their room, I would be fine with it. But they believe that my living room, my dining room, my family room, and the entire basement, along with their playroom and my room, by the way, is their playroom.
Yeah.
So that's the problem right now. It's like a section for toys in every area of the house. I can't wait till that goes away.
Hilarious. Hilarious.
Sick of it. Sick of it. Sick of it. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think we would be remiss if we didn't talk about kind of the summer of, social unrest and COVID and the election. It's just been this 2020 has been a lot, y'all. I mean,
Right.
it's just so much. I just think Tamika Mallory said it best for me when she summed up some things. So,
She did.
I don't know. I don't know. We'll see what happens with the rest of these. I heard another one happened over the weekend, so there's that.
Yeah.
Too much.
Like a never ending story.
Right.
I don't know. What else we got? We got debates coming up.
Yeah, I think
More
it goes without
debates.
saying that we need to vote,
For
vote,
sure.
and vote. I think you need to make sure that you look online to see where your voting location is.
Go
Whether
vote
you're going
early.
to vote, whether you're going to vote early, and where your early voting location is. Because for me, my early voting location is different than my
It's
normal voting
different
location.
than your- Yeah.
So where your voting locations are, and make sure that you go and vote. And I would say vote early so that you can help somebody else, whether you're helping people get to the polls, whether you're dropping off some snacks, whether you are calling people. Shout out to Nikki who had me on the phone bank call. That all of that I think is going to be important. I think Michelle Obama told us, she said, bring your snacks. Bring your snacks,
Right.
do whatever you got to do, but you need to make sure that everybody that you know votes. I think that's going to
If
be
you have
imperative.
absentee ballots, get them done. Don't
Yep.
wait. Like, I know a lot of parents are having to send their kids there who are like on college campuses or just away for whatever reasons. Another friend of mine, her daughter's in the Air Force too, and she had to send hers.
Did anybody know, like, if your mail-in ballot gets rejected, can you redo it or vote in person?
I don't
Because
think
they
so.
were saying
I
that
don't know that they know soon enough to get everything back out.
I think, well, I know during the primaries, Jordan's got rejected. And because of her signature, first of all, why
Yeah,
they
that's
don't
what they
teach these
do.
kids how to write in cursive anymore. Let's start there. I had
That's
to teach
public
my
school.
children, exactly. I had to teach my children how to sign their names. And so anyway, this girl wrote, what did she, I think she printed on the back, and I was like, you have to sign. So then tried to sign over, and they rejected it. And so they sent the letter back and gave her like a window of time that you had to get it back in. And so we just, we don't mail it, we just take it and drop it in the box. So we did
That's
that.
what
But
I'm gonna do.
Yeah, but she's not home now, right? So
Right.
like now that's the thing. Like if it gets rejected, do you have enough time to get it back, mail it back to them wherever they are?
it was
and
a
then
nice
get it back
window of
in?
time
Well,
that they had given.
the other problem
Okay.
that we're having now is that mail is not running at the same timeline that it used to.
There it is.
That's why I'm making
Good
sure
luck finding a
it's
Dropbox.
off in the box. I'm not gonna mail mine. Actually, I'm gonna take it to the actual box. And
Yeah, that's what we did during the primaries. We took it to the box too, because we did absentee for that. But we're gonna go and early vote this time.
So
Well,
I'm
Jamal
gonna
and
go
I.
early vote.
So question, like if you do absentee ballot, but you have to take it to your county Dropbox, you can't just take it to a Dropbox around the state.
Right.
correct.
So like again, for the kids who are in college or in the military, they got to drop it in the mail and pray that it get there in time.
Yeah, that's what I want to do as early
So
as
do it early, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And if you go on the day of, look, be prepared.
you prepared.
I
Just
think
be
we need to be
prepared.
prepared all the way around.
Right. But
Well, I think if you go like the first few days of early voting or the last few days of early voting, particularly in Georgia, you're gonna have to wait. But there's a period in the middle of there, like midday, where I went in there both times for my elections this year and did not wait. I mean, I was in and out in like 5 minutes. But I went at like 10:30 on like a Wednesday
right.
in the
But
middle
the
of early voting.
I've been hearing is that millions of people have already voted.
Yes.
Like it's been more people voting than normal.
Yeah, I think we're close to 4 million people nationwide who have already voted. We haven't started voting yet in Georgia,
We haven't.
Right.
but a lot of
start
states
until the
have.
12th, right? The
Correct.
12th, yeah.
Next week.
October 12th.
Mhm.
Yep.
Mhm.
So I'm just getting my vote in. I just hope it's an overwhelming number that it can't be disputed. Yeah.
Cause y'all,
Are they gonna start early voting on the 12th? Because isn't that Indigenous Day?
It is, but voting is still scheduled.
the
to start
voting
the 12th.
places are open. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
I agree with you, Nikki. I'm just like, we just need an overwhelming number. I'm like, please don't vote for the third party. Like, if I heard somebody say that they were like, I'm just gonna vote for the third party. I was like,
the what you call it, where you can get a sample ballot. I looked at it and I said, oh, we got a third party on my ballot.
But you also know that third party, independent party, whatever they are, they put Kanye on there as their vice president to try to siphon more votes away from Biden. So that's been
and
a
you
whole
know
thing.
these kids are talking about voting for him. Like Jordan was saying,
Seriously.
she was like getting in arguments down at school because these kids was like, man, I ain't voting. You sound like my mama. And then it was like, I'm gonna vote for Kanye and stuff, just being ignorant and stupid. But I know she was telling me that a lot of the fraternities and sororities are trying to get the kids, making sure that they're gonna vote or signed up, registered to vote and stuff like that. But
Right.
I'm like, these parents got to get on these children.
Right.
Because I could order the ballot for Jordan. So like I ordered it for her to have it sent to her. Like you can sign for them as the parent or whatever. And had it mailed to the school, and now we like, Jesus, call me when you
mailbox. Right.
Don't fill out nothing till you talk to me.
right. Don't check nothing.
But you have to make sure that signature match, all that stuff. They reject you. So.
They will. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you can always go in, after you've sent it, you can go in and check to make sure. And that's how we found out that Jordan's had got rejected, because we went in and all of ours was in. And then hers was like, it said, I forget what it had on there, some type of error code. And then like the next day or so, it came in the mail. The letter came in the mail. So
I just think that we gotta be diligent about making sure that we we vote. Like, it's
It's a
just
serious
way
matter.
it is very serious, and it's the most
Oh,
important election.
child.
And
Yeah. So I try not to think about too much because then I get
Right.
a little
But look, especially before we go to bed.
Ooh.
anxious.
which
Look, I'm trying to decide like what has happened while we've been recording.
Yeah.
Cause
oh,
I mean, it's just
Has been
constant all
happening.
day long. It's just
mhm.
kind of who else has tested positive
Exactly.
in this clown show? Is my
It's
gosh,
ridiculous. I just can't believe this is real life.
Right.
it's the best worst reality movie show we've ever seen. I mean, if it
We
wasn't real, it would be
are
amazing.
Handmaid's Tale. What are we in Gilead? Like a version of it.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if
But
you watched The View today, Kamiko.
I
But
did.
did you with when they were talking about V? Was that today? You know,
I did
sometimes
not
I'll
see
record.
that part. You know, I watched the
Okay.
first 30 minutes and
Yeah, I didn't.
then I could take a loose. I did not watch Julia Louis
Because I
Dreyfus.
heard Julie Louis Dreyfus was on there.
Yes. So they were talking about, how they decided to end that show. I never watched the show. I heard it was good, but I just
Right.
never
I heard
watched
it was
it.
good too. I've seen a couple episodes, but I never got into it.
And
What
so the
show?
guy that was on there, I guess, is a
He-
producer, and he was talking about why they decided to end it. And he was saying, she was like, they were pitching this stuff to me, and I was like, oh, this is just outlandish. No one would ever believe that a president would say stuff like that. That would be in the president. She was like, and now you look, and it's like, oh my goodness. Now it's like what we're going through is so outlandish. How do you even have a show behind that?
Yeah,
But
Who
yeah,
would have thought?
who would have thought?
exactly. This is ridiculous.
Mm-mm.
I cannot believe this is real life.
I mean, I just like who would have thought that the clown show would happen on top of this summer of social justice, on top of COVID.
Right.
I mean, it's just been
It
can't
feels
get a
like
break.
the end
It's just like
days.
one thing after another, and then you're like, what? And then you're like, and beloved people who are like Chadwick Boseman die, and you're just like,
Oh my gosh, yeah.
really?
Like, what else could happen?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, excuse me.
And
Dead
something
time.
else happens, and you're like,
Yeah. Yeah, it's just it's it is quite remarkable and unbelievable. It is like that we are literally living through history. So it's
Mhm.
kind of like, people, where are you? What are you doing? Because your grandkids and your great nieces and nephews and people who you love will be asking you in 30 or 40 years, what were you doing? What side
Mhm.
were you on? And we look back at those black and white pictures from the civil rights movement that seemed so long ago, but it really wasn't. And look, are you the people yelling at, the children integrating the schools? Are you the people
Okay.
helping the children get into the school, right? Who are you? You know?
Speaking
Yeah.
Ooh,
of that, does
child.
anybody watch Lovecraft?
Yeah, I'm
I'm
scared.
gonna watch it when it finishes. I'm gonna binge it. I don't want to watch it immediately.
scared. But they say
What
it's
you
good.
say?
But I
You
do want to
scared?
watch it. Are
Oh
you?
Lord.
Yeah, but they say it's good. I can't have nightmares. I can't have stuff messing with my head.
Watch it. Watch it in the
Girl, we
daytime.
living in a nightmare. You'll be all right.
Okay.
I know it.
This is
It can't be
scary.
worse than this.
Sometimes, monsters mess with my head though, for real. Like,
Girl, you see that tangerine every day, and you all right. We are as all right as we can be. So, yeah. Woo,
Well,
child.
I know we've been on for a while. I know we've got
We have.
so
I
much
know, right?
to
I
catch
wasn't
up.
gonna
talk
say
about.
nothing. I wasn't gonna say
Look,
nothing.
she was like, y'all ain't gonna bite my head off again.
Exactly.
Well,
I said
I
I'm
was
gonna let
gonna
them talk.
say
I'm gonna let them talk.
But this is
no.
my
It's been
this past Marcia bedtime.
I know,
right.
right?
It's
She over there yawning.
I know
right.
she's
I
struggling.
I yawned earlier and probably won't fall asleep. But so this is season 3. So welcome back, you guys. We have a lot of stuff to talk to you guys about this season. I know Marcia is gonna close us out, but I do want to say this. We are changing the format of the podcast just a little. So you guys will start getting episodes from us every other week. And if something drastic happens, which every day is drastic, but if
Okay.
something happens, you guys might see some special episodes or something like that pop up. But stay tuned, listen to us every other week. You'll get the notifications on. Make sure make sure that you are still subscribed to the podcast on Apple and on Spotify or wherever you choose to listen to your podcast. Make sure that you haven't forgotten to share it. And I know Marcia's gonna tell you all about that, but I just want to say
I was about to say you didn't already did my part, so we can
I'm
just
just
say
saying.
bye.
No.
Go listen to all episodes. They're great.
Yeah.
Yes, go back, listen
Check us
to
out
the
on
old
YouTube.
episode. All of that. We're on YouTube. We're on Spotify. We're on Apple. We're on Google. Are we on Google?
Google
What does Google
Podcast.
have? Oh, okay.
We on
that.
what's the other one? We're on iHeart. We're everywhere.
We're everywhere
find
your
us.
podcasts want to be.
Mhm.
Everywhere. And if there's something that you'd like for us to talk about, don't forget you can always write us a love letter at thelovechatpodcast@gmail.com. Like Jelani said, make sure that you like, subscribe, rate, and review. All right, ladies, that's gonna do it for the first episode of
I know Marcia didn't
season
sing at all.
3.
We said it was a song we were gonna sing, and I can't
She
remember what
wasn't
it
sure
was.
what song she's supposed to sing.
I can't remember. Oh well.
Yeah, no. And we talked about karaoke. How funny is that?
Nobody sang weak, and that was the
Exactly.
opportunity.
That was the
Ouch.
It was an
Stop it.
opportunity.
I
A
said-
song did pop in my head when Nikki said the never ending story. I thought about the movie.
The movie, I knew.
Because I always think about it because of Stranger Things.
Yeah,
I'm so ready for it to come back.
of all the songs.
That's
all
just
the
what popped
versus
in my-
battles we done talked about.
That's just what
We done
popped
went
in
from
my head.
Patty to
No
John Tay
judgment.
Austin to everybody, and you come up with never ending story.
What's wrong? She just about to
I'm
cut
not saying
y'all off.
I'm not saying it's not a good song. I'm just saying out of all the options.
Well,
We'll sing next week.